In the early years of the Republic of China, Qingtang, a misty water village in the Jiangnan region, shimmered under a veil of drizzle. The cobblestone streets glistened under the dim glow of yellow street lamps. For generations, the townsfolk had made their living crafting paper, particularly paper figures lifelike effigies, renowned far and wide. Every Qingming festival and ghost festival, households would commission Old Chen, the town's paper craftsman, to create paper figures to burn for departed loved ones, ensuring their peace in the afterlife. Old Chen was an eccentric man in his 60s, living alone in a dilapidated paper figure shop at the edge of town. His creations were uncanny, their eyes dotted with vermilion, lips painted a vivid red, and dressed in silken robes. They stood in the dim shop like living people. The townsfolk whispered that Old Chen's paper figures had spirit, capable of bridging the realms of the living and the dead. But no one dared approach the locked wooden door to his backyard, where a faint scent of sandalwood incense often drifted from the cracks. That year, a stranger named Lin Qiushang arrived in Qingtang. A down-and-out scholar whose family had fallen on hard times, he came to seek refuge with distant relatives, temporarily staying in the Lis ancestral hall at the town's eastern end. Curious by nature, Lin was fascinated by ancient texts, particularly those on Yin-Yang mysticism. Hearing of Old Chen's famed paper figure shop, he resolved to pay a visit. On a rainy autumn night, Lin Qiushang, holding an oil paper umbrella, knocked on the door of the paper figure shop. Old Chen squinted at him, sizing him up before reluctantly letting him in. Inside, the shop was filled with paper figures of all kinds, some with eerie smiles, others expressionless. Their shadows danced on the walls in the flickering candlelight, as if whispering secrets. Master Chen, is it true your paper figures can connect the worlds of yin and yang? Lin asked cautiously. Old Chen snorted, fiddling with a strip of bamboo. Connect or not, I don't know. Paper figures are just paper, burn them, and they're gone. Don't ask too much. Sensing the old man's reluctance, Lin dropped the subject. But his eyes wandered to a corner of the shop where a peculiar paper figure stood. It was a woman dressed in a vibrant red wedding gown, her vermilion eyes strikingly vivid, as if staring directly at him. A chill ran through him. Who's this paper figure for? He asked. Old Chen's hand trembled, dropping the bamboo strip. His face darkened. Don't pry, this one's not for burning. His voice was sharp, as if Lin had touched a forbidden nerve. Lin's curiosity deepened, but seeing Old Chen's agitation, he bid farewell and left. As he glanced back, he could have sworn the red-robed paper figure's head turned slightly, her smile curling wider. He rubbed his eyes, convincing himself it was a trick of the light. Back at the Lis ancestral hall, Lin tossed and turned, unable to sleep. The image of the red-robed paper figure haunted him, lighting an oil lamp. He flipped through an old book he'd bought from a local bookseller to distract himself. Tucked between the pages was a yellowed sheet recounting a tale from Qingtang's past. A century ago, a woman named Liu Hongshu, the town's most beautiful maiden, fell in love with a traveling scholar. But her family opposed the match and forced her to marry a wealthy merchant. On her wedding night, dressed in a red bridal gown, Liu Hongshu hanged herself, dying a tragic death. Rumors spread that her spirit lingered, wandering the town on rainy nights, searching for her lost love. Lin's blood ran cold as he read. Could the red-robed paper figure be Liu Hongshu? Worse still, he noticed a memorial tablet in the ancestral hall, dedicated to Liu Hongshu. In the dim candlelight, the incense ash in the burner before her tablet trembled, as if stirred by an unseen breeze. That night, Lin dreamt of a woman in a red gown standing by his bedside. Her face pale as paper, lips red as blood, she whispered, "Give me back my life." Lin jolted awake, drenched in sweat, as the sound of rain pattered outside, and a faint woman's sob echoed in the distance. The next day, Lin returned to the paper figure shop. Determined to uncover the truth, Old Chen was in the backyard splitting bamboo, his face darkening at the sight of Lin. "What are you doing here again? Mind your own business?" Lin cut to the chase. "Master Chen, is that red-robed paper figure Liu Hongshu?" Old Chen froze, nearly cutting himself with his knife. After a long silence, he muttered, "You know too much. Some things aren't for you to meddle in." Under Lin's persistent questioning, Old Chen finally relented, revealing a long-buried secret. His grandfather, a renowned paper craftsman, had lived in Qingtown a century ago. After Liu Hongshu's death, her family commissioned him to craft a paper figure in her likeness to burn for her soul's peace. But after the burning, strange events plagued the town. People claimed Liu Hongshu's spirit had attached itself to the paper figure. Wandering at night, to contain her, Chen's grandfather used a secret ritual to seal her soul in a paper figure lamp, hidden in a locked chamber in the backyard, never to be seen by outsiders. A paper figure lamp. Lin frowned. Old Chen nodded. It's made with her bone, ash, and vermilion. When lit, it keeps her soul at bay. But that lamp must never see daylight, or her resentment will break free and curse the town. Lin's heart sank, a sense of dread creeping in. He recalled his dream and asked, "What about the red-robed paper figure?" Old Chen sighed. "I made it. The soul in the lamp's been growing restless. I feared I couldn't contain it, so I crafted another figure to draw out her resentment." That night, Lin decided to sneak into the shop's backyard to see the paper figure lamp for himself. Under the cover of darkness, he scaled the wall and reached the backyard. The wooden door was ajar, emitting a heavy scent of sandalwood. Pushing it open, he entered a small chamber lined with talisman. At its center stood an eerie lamp, crafted entirely of paper, its shade painted with a woman's faint face, glowing with a faint red light from the wick. Lin leaned closer, recognizing the face that matched the red-robed paper figure perfectly. His pulse raced out as he reached to touch the lamp. A low chuckle sounded behind him. Whirling around, he saw the red-robed paper figure standing in the doorway. Its vermilion eyes locked on him, its lips curling into an unsettling smile. Lin stumbled back, heart pounding. The lamp's wick flared suddenly, and a woman's piercing wail filled the chamber. "Give me back my life! Give me back my life!" The voice echoed from all directions as the woman's face on the lamp twisted, coming alive. Lin, fighting panic, grabbed a talisman from the wall and slapped it onto the lamp. The wailing ceased, and the flame died out. At dawn, Lin recounted the night's events to old Chen, whose face paled. "The lamp's gone out. She's coming." That night, a thick fog enveloped Qingtang. Townsfolk dreamt of a red-robed woman, her cries echoing through the streets. Lin and old Chen resolved to make a final stand, taking the paper figure lamp to the Lissa Ancestral Hall to subdue Lu Hongshu's spirit with her memorial tablet. They lit the lamp before the tablet and chanted a soul-soothing incantation. As the lamp flickered, a red-robed figure materialized in the fog, her eyes burning with resentment. But as she approached the tablet, she paused, tears streaming down her face at last. She dissolved into a wisp of smoke, vanishing into the tablet. Afterward, old Chen burned the red-robed paper figure and sealed the backyard chamber. Lin Qiasheng left Qingtang, never to return. Locals say the paper figure lamp remains in the Lissa Ancestral Hall, its wick flaring on rainy nights, casting the shadow of a woman.